Gonna flip the steak. It's about 3 minutes now. Look at how beautiful it looks. A lot of people, they're afraid to cook filet mignons at home because the thickness of the steak. So I'm gonna demonstrate how to cook a perfect filet mignon that is that thick, and it's gonna be perfectly done on both ends, on both sides, around and right in the middle, right? One of my tips to check that the steak is really cooked the perfect way is using a thermometer. If you check the middle of the steak and it's 120, 125 degrees, it's a perfect medium rare. You go to 135, it's medium,